morning, everybody. My name is Tarek Tahir, and that's Gino Yoham. We are on the WinAmp team. Just to set the expectations today, we have a release coming out next Tuesday, so we're not developers, we're on the product side. Unfortunately, developers are all pretty slammed and just heads down getting this release ready. So for those of you who don't know what WinAmp is essentially one of the world's leading media players. We have over 50 million unique monthly users. WinAmp's been around since the late 90s, and we have a very large and engaged developer community. In fact, our desktop application has over 6,000 extensions, add-ons, basically skins, plugins, visualizations that basically have all been created by this development community. And until basically traditionally WinAmp has only been available on the Windows OS. And just recently, we've launched our first mobile application in the Android market with amazing success. We've had, in less than a year actually in that market, we have become the #1 third-party media player, and we are the #1 mobile app at AOL. And that's not a small feat, because we're competing against big brands here at AOL, against MapQuest, against against MapQuest, against AIM, against Engadget, just to name a few. So, as I mentioned, this release that's coming out on Tuesday is going to be a pretty large release for us. We are basically offering for the first time in-app billing, and we're going to have a WinAmp Pro upgrade. So essentially, it's audio enhancements, core features around your audio playback. So like things like a 10-band graphic equalizer, customizable home screen to that's kind of one of our core tenets of WinAmp, is just customization and extending the functionality. Also the ability to support things like gapless playback and crossfading, and the support of lossless audio playback, so the support of FLAC files. So to date, WinAmp for Android is a free app in the market. It will continue to be a free app. That Pro bundle, as I said, is something that is available in kind of the app itself in a gallery. So this is our first step into offering to developers and externally the ability to carry on the tradition of the WinAmp desktop player and engaging our developer community. We're not quite there yet, but this is our first step in offering the extensions, and our ultimate goal is to get that desktop community engaged with developing for our mobile app as well. So I think the demo today that we have is not necessarily a developer demo, it's more of a product demo. We're going to just show you some of the features that we have available in this Pro release. Unfortunately, there last night was a nice fancy overhead projector for me to share my screen with, but I don't see that here right now. So our demo piece will be a little bit awkward. So Gino, I know at your end you're just showing the desktop, I suppose, to.
Services, online services we call them. So, and it's available now. There's an SDK. There's also for creating plugins. There's also a client API, and we just launched a new one from an Australian site called We Are Hunted. I don't know if anyone knows We Are Hunted. They index the web and have the 99 top songs that are emerging across the web, and they've integrated it inside the WinAmp desktop. And they did it all with our clients, with our client API. So there's things available now to build for WinAmp, and often many do. And like Tarek said, we're looking to extend that probably more Q1 of next year to be opening up to our mobile applications to be able to have developers get involved with that.
So yeah, we're still trying to get the projector here to work. So give us just a few minutes. The one thing I definitely did want to point out is that we are absolutely hiring for Android developers. We're hiring for QA. You guys know any great UI designers for applications, send them our way. And we also brought a lot of great WinAmp swag, which is in the back, a bunch of t-shirts and stickers and stuff.
Yeah, we're looking for, application designer, looking for an Android developer, and we're also looking for a Mac desktop application developer as well. So come see me if you're interested. I have cards. I'll give you a card. And I'm Gino.
I don't think it can capture.
Cool. So one of the first things that when we first launched this in beta that we were pretty proud of, because I think we were the first, at least one of the first, certainly in the Android market, to offer Wi-Fi syncing, so free Wi-Fi syncing. So one of the things that we'd like to demo today is just, I think we have on one of the screens the desktop application where Gino will see my phone available in his device tab. And then from there, you can just sync back and forth. It's basically two-way sync. You can set up business rules around it to sync only certain playlists. And if I walk back into my Wi-Fi network and I made adjustments to that playlist, and my phone's active and awake, those syncs will just happen transparently. Other things to demo is just the kind of the pro features that I was talking about earlier. So the 10-band EQ. How well this is going to come across on the screen because I can see the screen, but essentially this is our 10-band EQ. You can toggle it on and off. You can adjust the frequency settings by either dragging the slider or tapping the screen. We also built in haptic responses so you can actually feel that you're making those changes. Also the ability to load predetermined presets, create your own, and then just delete them and manage them as you see fit. The other items to show here real quickly. One of the things that we've gotten a lot of positive feedback in the press is just the ease of use of this app and just the flow of it. We wanted to make that customization easier for users. So a lot of the feedback we've been getting is that people prefer just immediate access to the playlist directly, as well as we offer 40,000 internet radio stations through Shoutcast on here. So people have their 5 favorite Shoutcast stations, their 3 favorite playlists. So we offer the customizable home screen, which allows you to rearrange kind of the default icons in the desktop, as well as drag up, I've got Soma here as a favorite, so I can just drag. So, oops, my phone is just leaving me.
Can I get the desktop on this screen over here?
So essentially, sorry, I'm right down with the phone lock, but essentially you can just drag and drop these icons wherever you like, and then you hit the home button here, and then you can see that the search is now at the top. I've dropped my playlist back into the screen here. I think that's pretty much the 2 core features that are actually demoable. A lot of the other features are around just like the audio quality and the sound, and I think I'll walk you guys through that. Gina, do you have anything else you want to add?
Can I put some music on your phone?
So I see the pairing request now. I'll go ahead and allow it. So Gina, we're having a hard time hearing you. I think Gina's in the process of transmitting the songs over wirelessly. What tracks are you sending over, Gina?
So I grabbed a bunch of Long Winters tracks, I think, because it's hard to see, and I dragged them from my laptop here, and I'm transferring them over to Tarek's phone. And we have a transfer queue to show you how it's going. I think it's going well. Can't see. You can also set up preferences to make rules that are if you want to sync. You can set up auto sync whenever the phone becomes connected to the same Wi-Fi network. It automatically starts to sync. And you can set time parameters around that to do it every day, every hour, every 5 minutes. And you can also set certain playlists to sync or the entire library. You can set, fill up the phone a certain amount of, dedicate a certain amount to music. So you can say fill my phone with only 25% music or 50% music to save it for applications, the rest of the space.
Cool, and so in that amount of time, the sync has already started, and I'm seeing tracks drop in real time into my outmark view here. I think they're all there. All right, Gina, what else do you have for us?
So one of the things we have a bunch of releases next week. The Pro application we're launching next week. An update to our free app on Android's launching next week also. And lastly but not least, we are launching our first Mac version of WinAmp, which will be launching next week as well. Very early version. The main feature set is to synchronize Android phones with your libraries on your Mac desktop automatically imports from iTunes or specific watch folders if you're not using iTunes on Mac, and has the exact same wireless syncing functionality we just demonstrated.
All right, thanks everybody for your time.